Welcome back. You may have heard it ain't easy being cheesy, but when you've got the help of our next guest, he'll be putting together cheese boards that aren't just beautiful, they're sustainable, able to accommodate all dietary needs as well. Joining us this morning is Anja Lee Wittels. She's going to show us how. Good morning, Anja. Good morning, Anja.
Hi there, Juan. How are you?
I'm well. So when it comes to putting a cheese board together to accommodate all dietary needs, explain that one to me. What dietary needs is become an issue with cheese boards?
Right. Well, so here I have a beautiful cheese board, and it's nice and early over here in California. So I put lots of fruit, which I think is a key to a cheese board that a lot of people don't realize. And then we also have a variety of cheeses that are local, sustainable, fresh, just made really good for your body, believe it or not. A lot of people are afraid to eat cheese, but realistically, if it's made with the right facilities, right ingredients, it's sustainable, you know, it's not just processed cheese that you see in a lot of grocery stores. You can get some really healthy food sources that, you know, around the world they've eaten forever. And so here we have some beautiful nuts, some beautiful fruits. I have some edible flowers from my garden right here. And you know, these you can even grow in your kitchen. It's pretty fun. We've got cute pansies. We have fresh strawberries and grapefruit. This could be breakfast for me. Especially seasonality is really important too. So when you're looking for fruits in the store, you want to think about what is fresh now, because that's going to taste the best. It's going to look the best. Like here we have beautiful figs, which I didn't know what they were as a kid because they didn't grow where I was. But here in the Bay Area, we have all sorts of figs, all sorts of fresh fruits available. We have nice fresh nuts here, walnuts, almonds, even some dried fruits, dried kiwis. That can make fruits last a lot longer, right? So we can eat these all year long.
So,
and yeah, tell me.
Yeah, you mentioned we're talking cheese board, but I'm picking up on something more than cheese on a cheese board. You've got the fruit, the dried fruit, the nuts. Is there a proper way to arrange this? What's the best way? Should the fruit go in the middle, the cheese on the outside? Does it matter how you put it together?
Oh, wow. Well, that's a really great question. I find that cheese boards are an art. Some people decide to separate it out and just have a few things and make it very simple. And just like you would a piece of art, a painting, I see it as you make it complex or simple depending on your style. So what I typically do is I like to slice the cheese in a bite-sized form, okay, and then kind of spread it out and start with the cheese. And then I go for colors afterwards. So I've got the grapefruit and the strawberries and the figs and the blueberries, and I try to delicately place it around the cheese to really highlight the cheese, but still have that contrast of colors. And my style is go all out, put a lot of stuff, make it really exciting to lay it all out. So, you know, you fan the fruit on top of each other, and then you stick some blueberries inside different places. And I've got some cheese lying out on top of itself, maybe some cheese in a formation looking like a flower because I cut it into triangles and I light it out like that. So really, there are a lot of fun ways you can play around and make a cheese board really beautiful.
Sounds like something the kids could get involved in too. You got an edible art project just waiting for you. You use the word sustainable. How can you make a cheese board sustainable? What does that mean?
Oh yes, definitely, great question. So there are a lot of ways to make a cheese board sustainable. Sourcing locally is one big one, and also the materials you use, and that is definitely the most important part today, especially just with all the waste that we have. And so actually one company that I love to use is World Centric. And what we did is we took their pans that typically would hold food like this, because our catering company did have hundreds of these ready to rock to hold food. And then when COVID happened, we decided, oh, let's flip them over and let's turn them into boards. So this is a cover. And then we have the board right here, and this is cool. Used to be the cover, but now it's a beautiful, really sturdy platter, and it's made 100% from plants, and it can compost 100% in the right compostable facility, so it turns to soil. And what's fun about World Centric is that we can take this to the park, we can make a picnic out of it. So we have all sorts of cute little picnic plates and forks and spoons, and I've got these knives to cut the cheese, our napkins, and there are over 250 different products that you can get from World Centric to use in your kitchen and your picnics, things like that, that will 100% decompose. So it's perfect for summer barbecues and all sorts of different events where you'd normally use plastic, and the plastic won't decompose, whereas this will.
Anja, thank you so much for the time this morning. It's gorgeous. You're making us hungry. Our mouths are watering over here. You want more information about all the other tips that you can do and be sustainable and get those great products that are decompostable that Anja Lee was showing. Just go to AnjaLeeCatering.com. That's Anja with a J, A-N-J-A Lee.com. Thanks again, Anja.